Hobbs, etc., otherwise, and whoever. It is time for the regular season finale. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. It's going to be great. It is going to be exciting. I'm just doing my pre-stream stuff before we get underway for the Week 17 matchup against the Denver Broncos. Oh my gosh, why can't I not figure out how to type in here right now? Copy that. Close that there. We're gonna go over here. There. Why is it not letting me change the details here? Ew. Oh dear. This may or may not be broken. That's no good. That is very bad. I have to edit that later. Alright. What's that there? Let's get this thing underway. Let's get this party started. Whoa. So, I just ate. Did that actually post? I hope it did. Please tell me this actually posted. Come on. Yep, that posted. Very good. All I needed to know. Alright, so 11:25. Hopefully my lunch does not try to go back up on me, because that would be very bad.
Today,
11:26 will do that. We are on the road to Meridian City.
And off we go from Denver.
We are on the road to Meridian City.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
I need it all. I want it now.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down.
Oh,
looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin.
He'll be dropped
after a gain of about
Josh
6.
Rosen?
Across the 30 to the 31. A 6-yard pickup. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running?
I am not sure if I can allow any of this.
And the ability to go up and get the football.
Okay,
exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They won it 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Landry now on the return. So a 56-yard punt, they'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
I should have PAC, sorry.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Space to maneuver at the 40. He completes it to Julio Jones. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. 44 yards on the
Why is my stomach
play
literally
calls can be
feeling
very
like
creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this,
Why
they
am I
don't
going
need to
through
design
that same
incredibly
play?
complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands.
Speed
and let him do his
cray.
thing. In a sense, less can become
Speed touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. 30 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points.
So the game starts off well.
Go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator. Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
Always a scream after lunch they get.
Simply to settle nerves.
For some reason. They really do. Don't know why. They just do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen.
The ball too long.
Here he lost
I throw the ball.
And the Raiders pick it up.
And now I score with the ball.
He's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6.
And all is indeed well.
Daniel Carlson on.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun.
I actually do run for the first time.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Did he really just catch the ball? He did. Unbelievable.
That one good for 13.
Oh, right there. How do you possibly let that on the large?
36 now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Oh, the Jet team of Patrick Mahomes were still 5 minutes. Oh, good. I got the ball.
But this is intercepted.
And I ran into an entire wall.
Return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they talked about it for years.
Did he roll into the end zone? No, he did not.
Increased it in recent seasons because of the offensive.
Probably literally like the one.
He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender. Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
For the point after.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Yeah, McCaffrey, there was the best.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Sorry.
25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience,
Hell down trying to pass the
but you
ball.
also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
I don't know. I think our last matchup, they actually ran successfully with Philip Lindsay a lot. Yeah, like over 150 rushing yards. I don't know why they're not going with that.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't know.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs
Doesn't make
tells
sense
me
to
that
me.
they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Landry. A second broken tackle. He won't go down. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm.
Try to deep to McCaffrey here.
Finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 55 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
I don't like any of that. Oh, there's got like right behind. Oh, bugger.
And he's going to keep it here.
I have 2 whole yards
On
now.
the scramble, it's
Wow.
2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Broncos 15-yard line.
Oh, come on, Travis. Really?
But it's
What the hell,
incomplete.
dude?
Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And it's
What
third
the
down.
fuck?
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh,
And he'll
there's
take it into the end zone
excellent.
for a Raider touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands
Yeah,
of
all that time the Foggy
get
still
into
misses the target.
space and try and make
That's
it first
hilarious.
down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the
That was
22.
hilarious. As well.
Tackle made back at the
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Nowhere to go here. He lost
Oh
the
my
football.
gosh. How in the world you have like 4 guys there and we still cannot get the ball?
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
That's a little bit ridiculous.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I'm on the way. I'm a
Here's
blind
Rodgers.
man. Oh my gosh, I ain't
Looking
getting the ball.
downfield for Jones. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Julio Jones. Doing it again with his 3rd
Oh, we got the drive
touchdown
goal.
in the
1
opening
receiving touchdown for
quarter.
Julio.
And this offense
What do you know?
continues
Didn't even
to
realize.
pour it on.
Brandon, we're not even out of the 1st quarter yet, and that's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of When someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
With Saturday dances and chicken and bourbon. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Well, no, they actually started to run. No, they're still not running the ball.
That's Tim Patrick. And he'll get this
I don't understand.
before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, the last time we met up, I don't know why they're just so insistent on trying to throw a football everywhere.
To throw again on second down. Rosen, screen pass to
Well, that actually makes sense. They actually got on the first down with a screen pass.
Out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10,
oh, it's finally run the football.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier. He was
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want.
Really?
On the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling.
And we got a first down.
Now you're behind, trying to figure out.
Really, guys?
Do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it?
Now I'm
gain an advantage on this snap.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Rosen on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Throw left side complete. That's Griffin.
Yeah, it's more like it.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. I hope he can scatter some bodies.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And that's caught at the 25.
Perfect. For the touchdown.
He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Travis Kelce.
Perfectly wide open. Perfectly hit to the end
with
zone.
30 touchdowns in a single year.
Absolute
as his
perfection.
guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns.
Pump ready to go.
Got a nice healthy
I don't know if I've been all pumped and ready to go.
Drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon.
Play action here with Rosen. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Thank you.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
By the Raiders. They'll take over first and 10.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least
on the exact same play I did last
time.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today.
I thought we were going to get it.
In order to make that big...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard
missed the
line.
end. But like
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
First and goal, Raiders.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And this offense is running away with this one.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Love just
And
an
this will be a touchback as that
emotion.
sails over the end line.
25 yards.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try
Come
again
on,
here.
really? I want this to work. How is he still not gotten rid of
Down
him?
he goes.
Really?
Down a Raider sack. Malik
Yes, you're
Collins.
right, sack.
It's his
You had so
20th
much
sack
opportunity
of
to
the
get rid of
season
him.
as he continues
You never
what
really
could be
threw it
a
away.
record-setting
Really?
campaign.
Fire
Well,
it.
they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes
That
down.
never know.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
That was a really good point.
And it's fielded at the 34.
Oh, he's gotten free
And he
for a
will
touchdown.
score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance.
So it's getting
Raiders
the
are pouring
offense
it
ball
on.
all over again.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work
This
he's
person's
getting.
late for their meeting, unless they're doing it somewhere else. Oh.
Rosen again
Very
on
strange.
2nd and 10.
What?
Nowhere to go here. He lost
And
the
the-
football. And the Raiders
the ball.
have recovered.
Ugh.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his 2nd
I go like I just
here
think
in the
Rice
first
is
quarter.
down bad.
And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change?
He's had
and
to
maybe go
rarely
to
ever
someone
eat
else?
rice, and it just
So not quite
Not
a
agree.
1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from
Quite
the 10.
disappointed.
And he is in.
But now I feel happy.
Touchdown, Raiders.
whoopee.
From 10 yards out. And the silver and black continue to roll. Carlson now to add the extra point. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And last
I'm
time,
not
only a
sure
turnover,
how to
but
play this
that turned
defense.
into
I
6
don't know.
points.
All they're
They
doing.
got to make up for that here.
Oh,
Nowhere to go
okay.
here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Give us the ball there, quite literally.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, do we even need to
That's the
particularly
third
pick
time
it
he's
up on
fumbled so
defense?
far in this game.
Like
And,
this?
you know,
Nah.
you can make excuses for each
Maybe.
and every one
Maybe
of
not.
them, but the bottom line is
I
he's got to
simply
take care of it better.
don't
And now that he's
know.
shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos. Oh, my. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
There's throw
Adam
and play touchdown.
Thielen
And it's great.
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Still first quarter, 2 receiving
How do we
touchdowns
beat this
for
guys
them.
last time? What was that? That was
I
252
think
to
they're
3.
thinking about altering
Interesting.
their game plan, whatever they came in with.
Very
now maybe you switch
interesting
a better
indeed.
cover guy to him, or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from
Well, I
throwing
would
the
say we're
ball
about
to
a
him.
quarter of the way there. with our scoring at
And
least.
they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver may or may not want to actually
The
start trying
Broncos
to
onto the field
play
ready
like
to start their next drive. And they had the fumble
Just
last
thought.
time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And here's another interception.
I think that's going to get reviewed. I don't think it was in bounds.
Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday
Oh no, they're
season,
calling it. Oh,
because
interesting.
here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season
Ultimate.
of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Uh-oh.
Now that'll be
And that is an interception. Are you kidding me? Also, Aaron Rodgers' first interception of the entire season. Can't believe that. Are you kidding? What the?
It's 1st and 10.
Really, bro?
On 15-yard line.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Nowhere to
Oh,
go.
we got about that
He
game.
lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side
Well,
able to
that
really
didn't
hang
take
on to
very
the ball.
long.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their
All right,
mistakes.
so let's try
as
this
you
play
said.
again,
Yeah,
shall we?
whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game. Something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Really?
Toward the end zone,
Almost
but
the
that's
exact
gonna
same
wind up
identical.
incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there.
Please catch the
It'll be
ball
2nd and goal.
for the
They'll
touchdown.
try again here
Can
from the
we?
7 on 2nd and goal.
Like, no, seriously.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's going to
Thank
be
you, Adam.
caught for a Raider touchdown. Adam Thielen doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this offense continues to pour it on. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that
This
sails over
is
the end
our
line.
last chance to go
And Denver getting
insane,
set to
bro.
take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Well, finally ran football that time. Yeah, the question is, do they actually
Gets
stick with
together
it?
for the first time. I'll care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season. Ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now.
Oh, and
making his
it was.
presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and
Got a man, it's caught
And
at the
for
6-yard
the
line.
touchdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Julio Jones. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for
This
a
may
touchdown.
turn into another 300-point game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the
Unless
scoreboard.
Denver
They're
figures
coming
out that
off
they
of
need
the
to
3
actually
and out. They're just looking for
Well,
anything to grab
yeah.
onto right now,
Oh.
aren't they?
Hey,
I'm wondering
Jack.
if someone's
Too bad it
going
didn't
to take
work.
charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star,
What
a
is it?
veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's
Too
shake
late
things
now.
up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Oh, because of
Here
that.
he lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
Beautiful.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Sanders got it for a Las Vegas touchdown.
Lead to number 17 in the
Emmanuel
Well, yeah,
Sanders
another touch.
with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And
Oh my
this
gosh, the boys
offense
almost
is
scored 100
running
points. We're
away
not
with
even
this
on the
one.
first quarter. This is kind of
That
crazy.
didn't take long. The turnover instantly
Dang,
almost
but-
turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
You would think they'd actually run the ball
And
by
this will
now.
not be returnable. It's out of
A
the
lot.
back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ray Bean Dip.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Bean Dip agrees. Bean Dip also has no idea what's going on. He also concurs.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
That should have been an interception, frankly.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Now they set up the
Oh,
screen.
wow.
That's
Actually, good
complete.
block.
And they're able to
And I
get
got on
this one
first.
across
Are you
the
kidding me?
35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Oop, took too much time to get the
An
play up.
entertaining start to
Now,
this
end
one.
quarter numero uno. Time to check our first quarter stats. Oh my gosh, Aaron Rodgers has like 10 touchdowns. Only was a 5 and 209. Yeah, you're good, bro.
Come on EA Sports.
91. Broncos nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
See if the Broncos make any adjustments in the second quarter.
They'll run
Oh my
here
gosh,
with
they actually
Lindsey.
did. They're out bent on the
He's got the
out
first
a
down
lot of yards.
past midfield.
Excuse me? What?
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Now it's Lindsey.
Oh gosh, they ran plays in a
Down
row.
to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The give to Philip Lindsay.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line
And
of
they
scrimmage.
make three, and wow. Okay.
And he's going to be close to a
Now we're
1st
starting to
down
look
as he gets this
3rd
to
and
Raiders
8. Oh my
39.
gosh. Are you kidding me right now?
That's a really nice job by them
Defense,
picking
what are we
up the
doing?
run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a run,
And we just let them have the hole. Are you kidding?
But a lot of the blitzers
Now we're starting to realize that they should be running.
They don't have great leverage and they're easily
No, it's in heck of a lot.
to the side.
Now the defense needs to actually respond by playing defense.
They'll try to draw Lindsey.
5 times in a row. Jeez Louise, we're giving them all these holes for him to run through.
Got him down.
We really are. Like, what is going on with defense right now?
They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he drops it
That also
incomplete.
the 1st down.
And their struggles
That could have been
continue here.
disastrous.
For Cortland Sutton.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. The
And he
Raider
just
defense strong on
threw that
one
way
in
beyond the
coverage.
target.
And now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is going to just
And I kick a field goal. Oh, and Charles Suggs is injured now. Oh, that's great.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains
No, that's
a
fantastic.
large deficit.
All right, so Denver got the field goal that they had in our last matchup.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he finally goes
way
down
too slow
at the
on that.
23-yard line.
Break out. Elbow sprain.
That time for the Raiders, 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6.
He did not get that touchdown.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there at 22. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra men.
Now Christian McCaffrey will actually get a rushing touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
I'm Denver. I'm going to be running the
Chance to
football
return
again.
this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Blitz is ready to go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way
that's
you
good
described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 12, Rosen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, quick right now.
First 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance.
They did like almost the same thing all over.
Big time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it
Really need
translates
to
to your
lock more
defense as
into
well,
it.
because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
They are clicking right now. Takes to
And I got a bunch
field,
of
but no further, just a yard there.
One whole yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Adam Thielen on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the silver and black continue to roll. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
That most certainly helps.
If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed.
Really? Why is it taking like 4 or 5 guys to tackle one dude?
Somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that competent level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around.
Intended for Ryan.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early.
Another
Now
quick
it's
3
4th down. And here now the punter Martin booming this one
Fantastico,
away.
Magnifico.
This is taken at the 18. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
At their own 30.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into...
That's caught at the 25. Season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh, my God.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball.
Oh, that thing.
Nowhere to go.
So
He lost the football.
Oh, wait, the offense doesn't go back. Are you kidding me? What the hell?
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
That is ridiculous.
Much like a running back
man.
going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he drops
Oh,
it
yeah,
incomplete,
I thought that.
and their struggles continue here.
Intended for Cortland Sutton.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Patrick.
Now that reaction
And
got
he'll
the
be
ball.
out of bounds at the 25.
Not far enough.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
21 yards. Well done on the return.
For 1st and 10. At their own 42-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always...
And at the 7-yard line,
All
the
right,
catch
and
is
you're about to
made.
again. Kidding me?
And he takes it down deep into it. It's a big play there for Vegas. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal. And he's over
There
the
we go.
line and in for
Oh, I'm
another
feeling injured. Oh, that's just great.
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get
Shoulder
set to
strain.
take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On second down, it's Lindsay.
Good block.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
A gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost
And then they
the
fudged it up.
And the Raiders have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before.
Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I did not suffer any ill sickness issues. Thank goodness.
You could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So I forgot where I was on the field.
Pick up a 13, sets him up first and goal. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a...
Sanders got it for a Raider
That was
touchdown.
a passing touchdown, so hold on.
Emmanuel Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
Still don't feel that.
And this offense continues to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches, and being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort, so maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
The give to Philip
On
Lindsay.
any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
The Raiders have got him.
Beautiful.
Former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Furl, that got in there to bring him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And everyone in this building probably knows he's close to 2,000. We'll see if he can make that final leap and get over the mark. Either way,
I guess I'll try throwing it deep to McCaffrey again.
That's not happy with what they're watching right now. That's the guys playing defense. Their pride's on the line as well, trying to prevent him from getting to that barrier. But guess what? Everything is going against them.
He's got it at the 15.
Oh, look, he actually got a
And
touchdown.
he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle.
We get way too many yards there. How in the world?
Consistency, move the ball at least a few
Did we
times
allow
on offense, get a couple of first
That's
downs,
huge.
and hopefully
What a
flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That's more like
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
still about the ball. Ridiculous.
A fumble on the play.
A little bit of good fortune there. He was able
excuse
to
me.
get it back. but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for him.
Right there, not trying to take this down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14.
Now it's just 2 seconds away.
There of 22 yards.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Raider first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Breaks through the contact. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there. A big one.
Did you feel the effort all the way up here? He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it. But down around the 2-3 yard line, you gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Actually, I should close the door all the way. I'll do it after this play. I'm about to sneeze again. And 1.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with
5
this
seconds
one.
to spare.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Our drive.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I believe these guys are going to just sit on the ball.
Time on first down.
I believe. Not guaranteed. Looks like they are.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Yep. There.
White flag coming out as they line up to
all right, let's get these substitutions in, and then we're going to start the second half. We have the ball. Ooh-wee. Ooh-woo. All right. Beautiful. 22 yards. He has 227 yards receiving, though. That's insane. Kelsey's at 170. I'll take him out, too. And then 227. I'll leave it for one more quarter. Minshew, Lynch. Still need to get more rushing yards. And then you're not needed there. Let's put Austin Hooper there for now. Kelsey's at 170. So Hooper, Fells, and Ingold. And then we're gonna do the kicker bunter. Don't need Miles. I need that. And then we're gonna switch. Actually, I do want McCaffrey there. Still need to get yards. You're good there. Let's do Wilbur. Hager Phillips. Muse, Wilbur, and Phillips. Ross, Higgins, and Jones. Morrow, Phillips, Abram, Arnett, Harris, and Abram. Alright, so those are the backups, guys.
To the beginning of the third quarter.
Let's get this party started.
Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. What a game for him,
Still has
Charles.
McCaffrey.
4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did. In advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes the offense as we zero. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 13 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Cortland Sutton.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Tanner Muse.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. That is caught at the 7. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Tanner Muse in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
49-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Jarvis Landry. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the silver and black continue to roll.
The kicker on.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Jonathan Hankins on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Rosen looking to throw, and that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
At their own 22.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Refusing to go down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to number
23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Rosen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 74 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. That was a nice little setup there on play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right at the
I know
line.
the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
Gardner Minshew sacked.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you.
Sanders got it. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to Emmanuel Sanders.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception.
That, because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
25 yards.
And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Corey Littleton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Landry now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys continue to pour it on. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
This is caught. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe... not try and score a few more times. They don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. That'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He'll find Lindsey here. Still on his feet. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Cobb to return. looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll run on first down. Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete.
From 19 yards away, and the Raiders are pouring it on.
The kicker on.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
At their own 25-yard.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Gardner Minshew sacked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now. And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Fells with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. On first down, it's Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rosen to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Josh Rosen sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On the return comes Cobb. Still on his feet. Oh, refusing to go down. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself, and it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Taken down.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Complete.
25 yards that time. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making...
And that's caught by Landry for a Las Vegas touchdown.
Complete to Jarvis Landry.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the silver and black continue to roll. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking, and that's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brought down at the 20.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And a Raider first
That's
down.
the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Carson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Chris Carson. Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Fells with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It looks like a jumbo set with 3. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Screen pass to Lindsey. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
On first down, it's Carson, and he's going to bull it. pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At his 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Rosen, and that is incomplete.
Rosen's pass.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is taken at the 15. And bulldozing his way through. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. How did he stay on his feet? And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. In control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Denver, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.